What's up guys, Cruachan Keith here and welcome back to my channel. Today we're taking a look at the granddaddy of handheld gaming. It's the monochrome masterpiece that is the Game Boy. We're going to take a look at the top 10 games for this bad boy. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's get things started at number 10 with the awesome Castlevania 2 Belmont's Revenge. This was the sequel to Castlevania the Avenger and was released in 1992. It's a much better game and features not only the character moving from left to right, but in some cases from fucking right to left. Such innovation! It's a great game, definitely one of the better platformers on the systems. Check it out. At number 9, it's one of my favourite games of all time, it's R-Type. Alrighty, I first played this in arcades, then on the Sega Master System back in the day. It was years after the Game Boy release that I eventually picked up a copy and it quickly became one of my favourite games on the system. I didn't think it'd be possible to recreate what I played on the Master System, but in fairness, the developers did a fantastic job with this. R-Type is just one of those classics that hopefully will still be played 40 years from now, when I'm dead. At number 8, it's the fantastic Donkey Kong Land. Released in 1995, Donkey Kong Land tells the story of a morbidly obese and very hairy man who has his food stolen and scattered throughout the land. He must rise from his depression and food-induced coma and search the land for his bananas. Okay, that description might not be 100% accurate. Either way, this is a glorious game for the Game Boy with some amazing graphics for an 8-bit monochrome console. At number 7, it's the absolute definition of simplicity, tennis. A lot of people dismiss this game, but it really is worth checking out, even today. It's a really nice little tennis game that features that lovable Italian asshole Mario as the umpire. Easy to pick up and play, but takes a lifetime to master. If your lifetime lasts 5 minutes, of course! At number 6 is everybody's favourite blob in Kirby's Dream Land. This game gave Kirby to the world, a cute, non-distinct blob. When the designer was coming up with the game, he drew Kirby that way with the intention of creating a better character at a later date. Unfortunately, the designer was a lazy bastard and decided to commit the game with Kirby as he was originally drawn, a fucking sentient circle. So, that's how Kirby came to be. The game itself is great, with lots of jumping and moving in everyone's favourite direction, left to right. Sometimes right to left. Check it out. At number 5, we have Super Mario Land 2, 6 Golden Coins. The sequel to Super Mario Land saw bigger sprites and faster action and was one of the first Game Boy games I ever owned that had the battery in the cartridge that allowed you to save your game. It's standard move collection of pixels from right to left gameplay, but it's a Mario game, so it's going to be done right. Wario is the rapey little bad guy here. He's stolen your castle and you need to collect 6 golden coins to get it back. Such riveting fucking storytelling. And at number 4, it's the little wanker himself, Wario Land. Wario Land was released in 1994. I remember this was advertised heavily on TV at the time and everybody was talking about the fact you could be the Mario villain. My brother got the game at release and we both played the fuck out of it. It's a brilliant game with so many hidden pathways and secrets to discover. Wario himself looks like an alcoholic version of Dick Dastardly and he's a joy to play. It's always good to be the bad guy now and again. Coming in at number 3, we have Pokemon Red and Blue. Man, I fucking hated Pokemon when it first came out. I hated the games, I hated the cartoon, I hated kids that played it, and I hated fucking homeless people for not playing it. Now, as a grown man, I finally appreciate these games. Actually, I love these games. Actually, I never realised they were role-playing games until about 10 years ago when I decided to see what all the fuss was about. Up to then, I thought they were some sort of stupid fucking battle fighting game. I don't know. I was wrong, and here they are at number 3 on my list. These two are the granddaddies of all future Pokemon games. Originally released in Japan in '96, they came to Europe in 1999, quite late in the Game Boy's life. The double release was a great marketing idea by Nintendo, as most kids, well, scratch that, the parents of most kids bought both versions. Cha-ching! The runner-up in my top 10 Game Boy games of all time is Super Mario Land. One of the few games I managed to complete in one sitting back in the day is Super Mario Land. I fucking loved this game. This was the game that really made me appreciate the Game Boy. Up to this point, I thought a Game Boy would be similar to Game & Watch type LCD games. I couldn't comprehend at the time that a Game Boy was an actual handheld console. And this was the game that showed me the light. Super Mario Land was a launch title for the Game Boy in 1989 and featured the gameplay that was so popular on the original NES, only the graphics were scaled down to fit on the smaller screen. This received amazing reviews at the time, and deservedly so. This game also spawned the great plumbing rush of 1990 that saw so many people around the world become qualified plumbers, which then led to the plumbing depression of 1991, when everybody left the profession when they realised plumbing involved coming into contact with human feces and not magically jumping on turtles. Go on, Mario, you little fucking legend. And my number 1 all-time favourite game ever is the fucking infuriating, mind-numbing, torturous Tetris. Tetris, do I even need to say anything? Yes, I do. Because you all enjoy my mouth words so much, obviously. So Tetris was created by a Russian man with a large beard called Alexei Pajitnov. There's documentaries and books published about him and his work, so you should check them out if you're really interested. In short, he had the idea for Tetris based on games he used to play as a kid. He originally created the game using text only on his Soviet-era PC in the Academy of Computer Sciences in Moscow. Tetris was available on a few systems before the Game Boy released. Not a lot of people know that, but it was the deal with Nintendo that saw Tetris become such a huge and popular title. It was bundled with every Game Boy at release. Back in those days, all new consoles were sold with a bundled game, unlike today. Tetris solved another problem for Nintendo, as they were worried about alienating different types of gamers and believed Tetris to be the perfect game for the bundle. Since then, Tetris has been called the perfect game by numerous reviewers, and for me, it is the perfect game for the system, although I fucking hate it at times. Okay, so that's my Game Boy top 10 games of all time. I've got them all here in my collection, except Castlevania, Belmont's Revenge. I still need to get that. I had it back in the day, don't know where it's gone. Do you agree with that top 10? I mean, I've seen some other Game Boy top 10s, and most of those games are mentioned. They really, really are classic games. I've got a lot of other games in the collection as well that I'd love to have spoken about, but I think those 10 are the best for the system, hands down, and most people agree. I'm going to do another video soon with just some hidden gems, or just games that I really, really like as well, that maybe not a lot of people play or have played. The likes of Six Golden Coins and the Wario Land games, they even stand up today. Just when I was capturing the footage for this, just playing through it, I was like, these are as good as any platformer I've ever played, even on the monochrome screen. Okay, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please give a like, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next week.